let's be perfectly clear. What happened yesterday with Cam Newton was unprecedented, at the very least, or, yeah, totally out of left field. Did not expect that to happen whatsoever, because it's not every day you have a former NFL MVP just cut off a roster. I mean, not even make, in my mind, a case for a backup NFL quarterback, like just go outright with Mac Jones. I mean, I mean, it's Bill Belichick. He's one of the most winningest coaches of all time. Understandable, but I mean, it's still a little bit of a shocker. Those of you that don't say you're shocked, you're kidding yourselves, because this was a little bit to go with Jarrett Stidham at backup quarterback instead of Cam Newton is a little wild. Now, it's probably more of a cap saving move than anything, which I understand it. But at the end of the day, those of you cannot deny that this was a little bit out of left field. But okay, yes, I'm using a baseball reference while we're talking about football. It's where we're at today. But let's cover something real quick though. There is no denying that Cam Newton is a future Hall of Famer. Now, first ballot, I'm not 100% sure, but we're talking about a guy that has over 31,000 career passing yards, over 70 career touchdowns, over 5,300, nearly 5,400, might I add, rushing yards in the NFL. Now, that's at the quarterback position. When you talk about those kind of stats at the quarterback position, obviously he was a freak in nature. He is still a good football player. I think he'll find a spot on an NFL roster. I just don't know where at this point. But again, I will say, what it comes down to for me is the fact that Cam Newton should have been the backup quarterback over Jarrett Stidham, but it is what it is at this point. Not even a contract negotiation, whatever it is. Cam Newton is at the end of the day, he's a great football player, and I think what it comes down to is the Patriots have realized something that I think we all need to take a look at and realize as well. Mac Jones is ready to absolutely take over. That's right. For those of you that actually watch the Patriots, I know some of they're one of the most hated franchises, and I get it. They win too much. They won too much in the past. Doesn't matter. Get over it. Because for what we're seeing right now, Bill Belichick is one of the greatest coaches of all time. And no, it's not just piggybacked off of Tom Brady. I think that there is a lot to love with Mac Jones and what's coming up for the New England Patriots. A little bit of a background, Mac Jones, completed 36 passes, 36 for 52 over in the preseason, nearly completing 70% of his passes for 388 yards, a touchdown, no picks, and it was all very, very impressive. Now, I think with the weapons he's got behind him, James White, Damian Harris, Nelson Aguilar, who I think could actually find a way to impress a lot of people. We'll have to see. But Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Bourne, who was a very underrated wide receiver with the 49ers, by the way. And nobody tends to know that, and it's a shame, absolute shame. You got Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith at tight end. This is kind of a low-key underrated squad. Now, Mac Jones, I think is going to have himself a year. You got also the Patriots defense, I think, is going to come back. Christian Barmore, the second-round pick out of Alabama, is going to be big. But even the rest of this defensive squad is looking pretty good too. So, but at the end of the day, Mac Jones, with what we saw in the preseason, now if you watched him intently, like I did, I saw a quarterback that was in the pocket, not afraid to deliver strikes, and you love what you see. Now, will it take time to fully develop him? Yes, that's low-hanging fruit. I understand it, but I do think that it's worth noting, being with one of the greatest coaches of all times, and also I also think that a big part of this is the Patriots, in my mind, have had one of the best offensive coordinators for a long time, and it's Josh McDaniels. I mean, he in my mind, he plays to his quarterback strengths better than anybody in the entire NFL, and he's done it for years. So with what he's been doing and with what I think that Mac Jones is going to do, I think this could be a great fit for the long term, at least for the next 10 to 15 years. If we have to, I get it. If we have to deal with another 10 to 15 years of dominance by them, I get it. But at the end of the day, it does come down to the fact that Mac Jones is absolutely ready to take over. He's absolutely ready to take the reins and why delay it anymore if this man already shows he can play in the NFL? I totally get it. It's a cheaper option for the team as well, but I mean, it's Cam Newton. I mean, he's Cam Newton. But at the end of the day, I'm really excited to see what Mac Jones does this year. I do think it comes down to, again, being more contract friendly and starting the future now, because let's be real, Mac Jones is absolutely the future, and he's absolutely ready to take over. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. Helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Check out our website at sportsfreepodcast.com. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so make sure you check those out and give us a like and a follow there. Give us a listen and sub on iTunes as well. And if you have anything else you would like us to cover, make sure you send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, or just put it in the comment section below and we'll be glad to cover it. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for joining us, and let us know what you think about Mac Jones being ready to take over.